Yeah, hello guys, you are highly welcome to another tutorial on Obote fashion channel. On this video I'll be taking you through the process of how to cut this shirt, the very easiest and the simplest method on how to achieve this. You can see how nice and beautiful the dress is. I will also be telling you where you can get this type of material, because this material used in making this is not a senator material. This type of material, and it is also the type of material that I used in making this is the one that's used in making this type of dress that Odunlade Adekola and Nina Olowo is wearing in this video. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and if you are yet to click on the like button, make sure you help me hit the like button for a lot of people to be able to benefit from this video. In the subsequent video, I'll be showing you how to stitch some part of this shirt, which will be able to sew the whole dress completely. It's a very simple and the easiest method on how to achieve this. So without any further delay, let's get started. Yeah, you lay this material into two like this, and then you set everything. You can see that I've used the office pin to hold the material so that it will not be shifting when I'm marking it. So you mark the upper part straight like this with like 1 inch to avoid all this rough edge at the top. So you apply the length measurement. The length measurement is 28. So you mark 28 inches. Then you roll it straight down. Now after you have done this, you deduct 2 inches, that is 1.5 inch from this measurement for the band, because the dress is having band at the bottom part of the shirt. So you roll 1.5 straight like this. So we are not using this line, that is the first line that I've measured. So you have to cut out this edge, that is the factory weaving edge. So you have to cut it out so that place will not look rough when you are joining the dress. And then you apply the chest measurement. The chest is 40, and then you divide 40 into 4, that is 10 inches, and then you add 2 inches for seam allowance, so that will give you 12 inches. So you mark 12 inches all the way down, and then you roll it straight down. So that is it. And then please, I'm very sorry that this chalk is not showing very well. Along this video I change it and I make use of a pen which show very well, so I'm very sorry for this. Now you cut it out like that. That is the box frame, and then the next thing to do is to cut for the band that will be in the front. If you look at the dress very well, you can see that there is a band on the front. So you fold this one into 2.5, and then the length will be as the same thing with the box frame which we just cut. So measure 2.5, measure 2.5 here also, and then you cut it straight down. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, help me hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you enjoy a lot of videos that I have for you on this channel. Over 200 videos you can learn from on this channel. So after you have cut this, you fold this one like this. So this is how this one will be, and this one will be for the other side of the shirt also. And this is the material stay that we apply on the band. So you have to apply stay on the band to make it stand very well. You cut this one into 2.5 also, and then the length will be the same thing with the band. Now you cut it into 2. That is it. So now you place one on this and the other one on this other side, and then you press it very well. After you have pressed it, then you fold this one on it again, and then you apply hemming gum. So this is it now after I've pressed it, and then I've applied hemming gum. So but the hemming gum that I applied did not reach here, so I will still do that later. So before I stitch it, so make sure you apply hemming gum on this edge also to secure it very well, so that when you are stitching it, it will not give you a tough time to do it, and you'll be able to stitch it easily. So you open it like this, and then this one will be for this one. Make sure that the face where the ST is the one facing the material, and then use office pin to secure it. You do the same thing on this other side also. And then you stitch it straight down. And this is how it will look after you have done the stitches. And this is it after I've joined the two together, and I've also pressed it, and then I've weaved this edge also. So you place the two together like this, and then use office pin to secure it together. So make sure you set the edge. So we can now do the cutting properly. So now cut the excess we have on both edge. So this joining now, on that joining, you apply the chest measurements, which is 10 inches. Plus 1 inch. So that 1 inch is for the side seam. So this one gives us the exact measurements we need. So cut the excess out here and here also. So the next thing to do is to lay the material for the back. Cut it out like this to make the edge straight, and then you place the front on this back we have already laid, and then you leave the excess of 4 inches for back drop. That is to make the back to be longer than the front. You leave the 4 inches at the upper part. So this joining now, that is where the back will start from. That is, the excess we leave at the front will be for the overlapping of the buttonhole and the button stand. Please, if you want to know the detail on how to cut a shirt properly, I have a video on this channel where I explain in detail on how to cut shirts. And this is the shoulder measurement, and the shoulder is a 7.5, and 7.5 divided by 2, that will give me 8.7 plus the 0.5, which will be for the seam allowance, and that's giving 9.2. So you mark 9.2 here, and then you roll it straight down. So this is for us to get the shoulder slope. You roll it straight like this, and then the shoulder slope will be 2.5. So you mark 2.5 like this. That is on average for shoulder slope. So from this joining, you mark 2 inches, and then you connect the line. You have to make use of a pen here so that I'll be able to see it clearly, but I don't want the marking to use the pen to show too much. So just cut it out like this. Now you can now draw it down again and make it equal at the bottom. Just set it very well. The next thing to do now is to cut the armhole. Yes. So just fold it on this like this, and then you notch this place But before I cut the armhole, let me cut the neckline first. So you measure 3.2 here. The neck is 15 inches, so you measure 2 inches here also. Measure 2 inches and connect the line. So you just cut it like this. You can as well cut it on this line that I mark here. So you may not cut it like this the way I'm doing this. You can just cut it straight on this line that I've marked. So but this one now I already do this. You can as well follow this if you want. You can as well follow this if you want. But I just advise you cut it on this line that I mark straight, because I still, you can see, just open that place and then you cut it out like this. So but I just advise you just cut it on that line, because when I was doing the joining I later cut it straight on that line. So there's no need for doing it like this the way I'm doing it. So make it overlap on this and then just notch that place and then cut it out like this. So you fold it on it, you can see that. So that is it on the neckline. So now to cut the armhole, fold it on the front and make it overlap on the front with 0.5, and then you place the 8.7, which is the shoulder measurement, and then apply same allowance of a 0.5 and give me 9 inches. So you mark 9 inches here. That is when I roll it straight, it give me 9 inches. You know, when I was measuring it before, I measure it slantly. So the sleeve width that I'm using for this is 8.5, and 8.5 you have to minus 1.5 for the armhole depth. So whatever this measurement you are using for the sleeve, just minus 1.5 from it, and then that will give you the armhole depth. And then you divide 7.7 inches into 2, and on that line you measure 1.2. so that is what I'm using for this. You can as well use 1 inch, so but I'm using a 1.2 for this. So just mark it like this, and then you cut it on that line. So you can just give it a little shape by the side with a 0.5. Please, if you are yet to click on the like button, help me give this video a thumbs up so that a lot of people will be able to benefit from it as well, and they will be able to learn how to make this type of a shirt. And on this bottom line you have to apply band there, and this place, you can see that the way I open this place, so you can see this. You can as well cut it straight and make it rhyme. So but here now, that is how I did this. So this will be for the sleeve. You fold it like this, and that is 4 layers, and then the sleeve width is 8.5, so measure 8.5, and then you roll it straight down. So that is it, and then you leave 0.5 here. Start the measurement from there, and then the sleeve length is 21.5, so measure 21.5 and then minus 2 inches for the cuff. So that is for the cuff, and then you start the measurement from the tip again, and that gives me 20.5. so just roll it straight down. And this for the sleeve cap. The sleeve cap that I'm using here is 4.4 inches, and mark 2 inches here. Then you connect the 2 line, connect that 2 points together, and that is it. So whatever you have here now, you divide it into 2, you mark it like this, and then you take your armhole cuff and then you place it like this, roll it like this, and then turn this one like this, and then you roll it like this also. So make sure that the point is that line is connecting with the point we have at the center. So the cup that I'm using here is 8.5. So you divide 8.5 into 2, that's 4.2, and then you add 1.2 to this for the seam allowance and for the pleating on the sleeve. So you connect this two line like this, and then you roll it straight. So that is it. So you cut it out like this. Now to cut out the opening for the sleeve plackets, so this is a 5.5. You mark the center of a 5.5, and then you drop down with a 0.5, and then you cut it out straight. Just open it like 4 inches or 4.5. Then you notch it like this, notch it like this also, and mark it for to know the back, and that is it. So the next thing to do now is to cut the back hip, that is the back facing. Set it like this, that is after you have fold the material into 2, and then you cut it on the neckline. So you can give it any shape you want, but this I'm making it to slants. So if you want it straight, you can as well cut it straight. So that is it for this. So the next thing to do is to cut the cuff. So just fold everything like this, and then you fold it like this also. So now the material that I'm using for this is a crepe material. So if you go to market and then you tell them you want to buy crepe material, they will easily give you, but it have different varieties, and this one is a little bit thick. So don't buy the one that's too soft, so that the dress will stand on the body. So the material used for this is a crepe material. It's a crepe material. You can see this, and this is what bring out the beauty of the dress. If you use a senator material, it will just stand on the body. It will not be dazzling as this one is. So make sure if you want to sew this type of a shirt, make sure you buy a crepe material to bring out the beauty of the dress. And this is the band at the bottom line, and I'm making use of a 2.5 for this. So this is a 2.5 for the band. You can now mark the back. And please, if you derive value in this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, help me hit the subscribe button. Till we meet again in the next video, I say thank you for watching, and then bye for now.